Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, this is the look that I am going to be doing a tutorial over. I like the look because it is like, it has so much contrast, like the blue liner with the warm eyeshadow, and I decided to nude out the lip just so I could focus on the eyes. So this look was actually inspired by one of the makeup artists I follow on Instagram. So hopefully I can get the picture up here, but this is the picture that inspired me to do this look. I absolutely love it. Also, this video is going to be featuring the LANCI palette. I hope I'm saying it right. Nocturne eyeshadow palette. So I actually got this as a gift. My boyfriend ordered it from me off of Amazon, and this is kind of what it looks like. I think like these colors literally remind me of the like the Jaclyn Hill palette with the the colors here and then the warmth. I actually used a few of these colors up here, and that's what I used to create the look. I have a blue eyeliner. I'm going to leave everything in the description box, but this palette is so fun, and what I also like about it is the actually loosed powders are compacted into this palette. So I think it's great, and it like creates less mess. So I do plan on using those. Hopefully I can get an idea and record a video for that soon. So as far as that, this is what I'm using. If you guys have any questions, comments, please leave those down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so I guess I thought I was recording when I started my eyeshadow, but I guess I wasn't. So the yellow color that I put below my brow bone was Nightingale, and then I'm going to take Earth and Cocoa. They're kind of Earth is more of a burnt orange and Cocoa is more of a orangey brown. So I'm taking both of those and creating a gradient and blending that together. It's almost going to look like a sunset kind of look. So making sure that these are as blended as possible is the key to this look. Now I'm taking my LA Pro concealer with a angled brush that I used for my brows. It has leftover concealer on it, so I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro concealer and conceal my eyes for the finale. So the last color that we're going to use, and I'm just making sure that's all over the place that I want it, and to make sure that this last color pops along my lid. So I'm actually going to take a lot of the product. I'm just pushing the color Maple Red along my lid, not really moving the product around or swirling it, and I actually didn't set the concealer with any powder like I did the rest of my eye, just so the color can, you know, be more vibrant. But you're more than welcome to set it if you like, but I find that this makes the color more vibrant, so it's more of a red. And then just pressing that with a flat eyeshadow brush and making sure that I get the color as vibrant and as bright as possible. So after you got that color, you know, where you wanted it, I'm just going to blend everything back together and put everything back if I lost it. So I'm taking the oranges, the Earth and Cocoa, and putting that gradient back into the eyes so it can be, you know, from that yellow to the red, and making sure everything is blended out really nicely. So this part was actually the longest part for me. I'm like a eyeliner like perfectionist. So you know how like when you do your eyeliner and then you end up having eyeliner over your whole lid, like that's me. So what I'm just taking, this is the Ruby Kisses blue liquid eyeliner, and I'm just creating a dramatic wing liner, nothing too special. One way that you can perfect your wings is by using tape. That's actually a really good guideline that you can use, but I'm kind of freehanding it, and this is actually what is pulling the entire look together. I'm going to apply these Kiss Lashes Faux Mink in the style Gala, and I'll be back. So after applying the lashes, I am taking this Maybelline mascara, and I am just making sure that I'm blending my lashes to the false lashes, and make sure you're not able to see any demarcation or differentiation between my lashes and the falsies. So I'm making sure I'm getting that on every lash and making sure they are seamless and blend together. To get an even more seamless look, I am pinching my lashes to the false ones, and this is going to make them look like that they're mine. And I love to do this because I feel like they aren't going to go anywhere and they're secure, and the mascara and everything is actually holding both of the lashes together. On to the face, I am using the Aveeno Moisturizer as always, and I am placing that all over my dry skin and making sure that my skin is hydrated and ready for the amounts of product that we're going to place on it. And after that, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. primer and putting that on my problem areas, my pores, and in my T-zone area to make sure that in this area my makeup lasts and doesn't get too oily or anything like that. So I got this hack from Alyssa Forever, and I've been doing it, but I just never record it. Like some days I do it, some days I don't, but I like the days that I do, so I decided I was going to do it now. What I'm doing is setting my primer and moisturizer and everything with some setting powder, translucent powder, and this is the Airspsun translucent powder. And I find that this actually keeps my foundation very matte and looking fresh and not oily or anything. So I'm putting that on the places that I get the oiliest or the most oiliest, and that'll just set everything. And then after that, I am going to take, I know I keep messing with my hair, I'm taking some LA Girl color correcting concealer and placing a little bit on that on my dark marks. I'm not going in too heavily, but I do want to get some of those dark marks that are actually I feel like are going to come through my foundation. So for the foundation, I am going to be using Collab Cosmetics Meet Your Matte Foundation. They also do have a more dewy foundation, but I'm taking the matte one. And if you guys want to actually see review or, my impressions or thoughts on collab makeup, go ahead and click the link. I'll actually leave it in the description box for you guys to check it out. So I am just going to place these in dots, all across my face, and then I'm going to blend it out and just make it as full coverage as I want. So, yep. So after I got my foundation the way I want it, I'm also going to be taking a concealer from Collab Cosmetics and placing this color on the high points of my face. And I'm taking a beauty sponge to actually blend this all together. I find that a damp beauty sponge actually works beautifully with concealers and creamy concealers. To make my highlight a little brighter, I'm taking another concealer, and it is a brighter one, and this is from Collab Makeup as well. And I am just placing that up underneath my eye. I did kind of edit out the part where the first concealer I put the rest of the product onto my forehead and nose, but the brighter concealer, this one, I'm just going to try to keep underneath my eye and just brighten up underneath and not so much as my entire face. So now I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution concealer palette, and I'm taking the darkest shade. It's actually very creamy and blends amazing. It looks really dark, but it blends so great. So I'm taking this little, I think it's an e.l.f. brush, concealer brush, and I'm placing this on my contour, forehead, nose, or I'm taking the extra once I blend it out to my nose, but placing this on my area, and then I'm going to blend it out. Now I'm going to take my Airspsun translucent powder and my beauty blender and set up underneath my eyes and everywhere that I concealed. So I'm going to bake for a little bit while doing everything else, but I like to make sure I'm pressing the powder into my skin and make sure it's evenly onto the sponge, which is why I blow it every time so it doesn't cake up on the sponge. Now I am taking the Ruby Kisses powder palette, and I'm taking the 2 deepest shades and setting my contour. After setting my contour, I'm just going to dust away the setting powder just so it doesn't get too like powdery and cakey. So I'm taking that same Ruby Kisses palette with some lighter shades and just dusting away my baking powder. Now I'm going to go back into the palette and pick up the Earth and Cocoa shadows and dust this across my lower lash line and just create that same gradient but underneath. And then I'm also going to take the yellow, which was the Nightingale, and place that just to blend it all out. So for the inner corner of my eye and my brow bone, I'm actually mixing Moonlight and Wheatfield. So Moonlight is a like light pinky shade, and Wheatfield has like a gold shimmer to it. So I'm mixing both of those to pop my eye, and then I'm going to place that up underneath my brow bone to give it a more defined highlight and more brighter arch. So this actually makes the arch look a little higher, and then that gleam just pulls everything together. So now I'm going to spray my face with the Master Fix Maybelline New York setting spray, and I like to spray my face before putting on my layer of bottom mascara, just so when I spray it doesn't like drip on my face or the mascara doesn't run. So now I'm just going to take that and place that on my lower lashes. So now I'm going to highlight with the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and I'm just going to use that on the high points of my face and my nose. I didn't use blush, usually I do, but I just wanted to kind of mute out my entire face except for my eyes. So here is the finished recreated look. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.